This is James Bullock with WarriorSciences.com. Today we're going to cover leading with the lead hand straight. Alright, what we're going to cover today is leading with a lead hand straight punch. You can call it the power jab, you can call it the straight lead, whatever you may call it. This is the MMA training series. One thing I do want to point out real quick, this isn't for pure boxing. This is for combat sports in general. Not to say that these things can't work in boxing, and a lot of these things are present in boxing, and a lot of these came from the old bare knuckle days, from Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, amazing boxers like that as well. I want to point out that I haven't designed this with pure boxing rules or principles in mind. I mean, punching is punching at the end of the day. However, there's some specific things you need to do for various combat arenas. So I will leave it at that, but these are great things to use, especially in MMA. So leading with the lead hand. If you saw my video on leading with the rear straight, it's the exact same principle, but we're going to apply it to the lead hand. And that is just hand before foot. It's not something where I want my shoulder to come first and then throw. I don't want that to happen. I want my fist to go first. And this goes against what some coaches teach and things, and I don't really care. So it's one of those things where I'm about efficiency. I'm about how quickly can I hit with maximal force. And leading with my hand first gives me that. But you have to be able to also be explosive enough in your footwork for that to even work. I don't want to stick my arm out and then all of a sudden lunge behind it. It needs to be as it's traveling and on the way. So basically it's going to look like this. I'm going to use basically a lead extended power jab, using it. So I'm out of range, so I have to take a step. I could lean, but I'm going to take a step. Alright, you want your hand to go first. You don't want to step then hit. If you land at the same time that your foot hits the ground, that's better than your body moving first. And in the midst of an actual fight, an MMA fight or whatever, you may have a slight lean before you throw, but the intent is to lead with your hand first so that you can land first. You have more potential to win the fight if you land first. You should practice all of your offensive tools in such a way that you're planning on it to land every time. In general, fights start standing up. Even in grappling tournaments, you start standing up. So you want to be the best that you can be at your upper body tools. That includes your kicking, your punching, your clinching, and everything else. But especially your hands. I'm always a big fan of hands. So try to lead with your hand first if you're going to throw it, especially if you're the one going to be attacking. Because there's a lot of people that rely on being counter punchers. It's easier, in my opinion, as a coach and as a fighter. It's easier to train to be a counter puncher than it is to be successful at being a solid attacker. To be really good at pure offense. Once again, I'm going to do this slow. The second your hand comes out, the second it starts to move, is when you explode off your foot. So as it's moving is when you're going to push off that back foot. It doesn't matter if you're taking the angle or not. I actually prefer stepping about 45 and throwing this whenever I do it. Practice it doing it on an angle. Practice it circling. Practice it sidestepping. Practice it with all of your footwork. But moving, then hitting, that's not very wise, especially if your goal is to land the punch. Now, if you're doing it to draw an attack, then that's fine. That's a whole other tactic. Whether you're punching with the right or punching with the lead hand or rear hand, let it move first. Let it carry you, but make sure to explode as it's moving. A good way to practice that is without a bag in front of you, and just go across the floor. Have your hands up as you start to punch. step behind it. And one thing it'll do too is it can shorten your retraction of your punch. Because as I do it, it's one of those things where I'm going to throw it a little bit faster. It'll be from here. As this goes first, I contract behind it or I explode behind it. It's going to be here. It's a shorter distance for my arm to retract. And when we get into half beats and things like that, when you're punching in mid-step for your 2s and 3s and things, that's more on the tactic side of things. That is the hand before foot on the lead hand. I'm not going to do this and then this. It's going to be a very, very fast movement. So basically what I'm talking about looks like this. I'm out of range and I want to take a step and I want to land with my number 2. So I'm here,